What most people don't realize is that we have faculty from all over the world who come here to teach our students, and they bring with them expertise that they share with the community. And what this award does is allows us the opportunity to share some of the great work that they're doing. And we're proud to be able to award the Ethel and Ward Cable Family Faculty Heroes Award.
I grew up in Stevens Point, a couple of blocks from the university, and my parents were our heroes, were my heroes, but lost my dad when we were quite young, and my mother was really the one that raised us and took care of us and lived a life as a widow for over 60 years. Amazing woman.
And little Ethel will always be an inspiration to me, whether she's living or gone. And I am so happy to be a part of this Heroes Fund. Giving back to the university was always something I think that she would be real pleased about that.
Miles of Smiles was born with a mission to raise money and awareness for individuals with cleft lip, cleft palate, and other craniofacial disorders.
Cleft lip and palate is the fourth most common birth defect in the United States. It's a birth defect that a lot of times is very horrifying for parents because their child looks so different, but it's very, very easily correctable.
So this club started about 2 years ago, and Dr. Terrell is our supervisor and advisor, and we have been nothing but fortunate to have her. Not only does she have so much knowledge in the area of craniofacial disorders, but she also has such a passion for it.
I've learned through a client's mother, a child with a cleft here that's been seen in our clinic, through his mother, that when this child was born locally, they had no idea how to feed him. And he was actually life flighted to Madison. That is a huge unnecessary cost and trauma to the family when it's really not difficult to feed a baby with a cleft. You just need a different bottle. So it was shocking to me that so many medical professionals didn't know what to do. Even bigger hospitals with NICUs, sometimes a cleft baby they don't know how to feed. And so this was geared mostly towards nurses and the birth centers of area hospitals, as well as lactation consultants.
One of our best fundraisers, or most successful fundraisers, was the feeding basket delivery kits. And with this, Dr. Terrell brought a great idea to our table once again and helped us to create and get resources for feeding baskets for families that just had a child born with a cleft lip or cleft palate. And inside the baskets we had specialized feeding bottles, as well as lots of information in CDs, brochures. Our club even made little storybooks for the siblings, and we had an officer also hand knit hats. We delivered to the Wausau and Stevens Point area, but also as far as hospitals in Appleton.
I was just very amazed with how many donations they were able to solicit, and I think that speaks to their professionalism in doing that, and kind of having the nerve to contact people, cold call people, and ask for things. That's a hard thing to do. But the money has gone to, we sent some to Children's Hospital in the state. We've sent some to a camp in Indiana. We've donated to an organization in New York that funds surgeries for children in other countries. Not
only has this group allowed us to support many organizations, but it also has been a great growing point for students. Beforehand, students in the undergraduate program didn't have much exposure to what a speech-language pathologist's role is with the cleft lip, cleft palate, or other craniofacial disorders, and Dr. Terrell's expertise has allowed us to have this rich educational opportunity.
I have many heroes, but one of my heroes would be my grandmother. And my grandmother had an 8th grade education. She didn't come from much, but she was just very gracious and loving, and you felt like when you were with her that you were the most important thing. So in the same way, I think my husband is a hero like that. He is the most selfless, servant-hearted person I know. way more than me, and so he challenges me in good ways. You know, he has literally gave the shoes off his feet to someone one time at a gas station, and I try to think of those kinds of things when that is not my natural inclination. So those would be two of my heroes. The money that we've given so far, how many different organizations have been reached, and the increase in awareness with our students and even to the community. So that thrills me that there's an interest in this work, and that we have been able to get to so many people.